Dr. Roger Mitchell Jr. The new Reconstruction is a term that harkens back to the days of when self-reliance was required for the African American community. The Reconstruction period in the United States lasted from about 1865 to the late 1800s, just following the Civil War. Key aspects of that period included legislation and amendments like the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery, the 14th Amendment in 1868 that granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized to the United States, or the 15th Amendment that granted African American men to the right to vote. That probably was the most significant. Got elected to local, state, and national offices. He had economic opportunity, but it came to an end. A lot of white supremacy as well as lynchings occurred in the late 1800s that led to the implementation of Jim Crow laws. But it was right after that period in 1895 that the National Medical Association was established. And we were established to advocate for African American physicians and promote healthcare advocacy and lead in education and training. NMA played a crucial role in the ongoing fight for equality and representation in the healthcare profession. The Reconstruction period is something for us to look backward to in order to look forward. A self-reliance, a way of doing things that centers our community, not releasing our burden of carrying our community to the next level. The National Medical Association is in great position to lead the next new Reconstruction.
Who are you being called to be? The question of our purpose is inextricably linked to our identity, our personal identity, and our professional one.
Even youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted, but they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength.
My name is Dr. Roger A. Mitchell Jr.
Well, I'm from New Jersey, born and raised. I'm a father, a husband, a physician, a minister. I'm an individual who serves in community. My father was an entrepreneur. On my mother's side, H. Donald Marshall graduated Howard Medical School in 1932. One of the first black physicians in New Jersey. Became the beacon of who I wanted to be. He lived in the community that he served. He was a black bag physician. So I'm a forensic pathologist, but primarily I'm a violence preventionist and look at violence as a public health issue.
You will never be able to recognize your purpose if you don't know who you are. No one can answer that question for you. I'm not talking about the IQ, I'm talking about the EQ. This is the spiritual work. This is the work that makes the difference between a good physician and a great physician.
When W.E.B. Du Bois talked about it, education, economics, housing, healthcare, and criminal justice, now environmental justice issues, disparity to access to those things is going to breed violence, no matter where and no matter what race.
There's a Deaths in Custody Reporting Act that is in law that is not being fully complied with across this country.
People are not telling the story of individuals that are dying in custody on purpose. Give a voice to the voiceless.
I'm now a hospital president of Howard University Hospital.
And as the incoming president of the National Medical Association, we're going to be taking time to do grassroots work. Righteousness is the only answer. And I'm a living testament that when God fills the gap, you can reach the higher rung. The goal is to be courageous in the midst of doubt and fear.
I thank you for not giving up on me.
Yeah.
I thank you for being there for me. I thank you for being my best friend. I thank you for all the things you inspired me to move on.
You can forgive. Then you're truly loving like Christ loved the world.
Amen. Amen. Come on, Ron.
If your grandfather were still alive, what do you think he'd tell you today?
He would say, serve no matter what it pays.
Even cakes and pies?
Even cakes and pies.